Detective Martinez, it's Laura again. I know you said the case is closed. I know you said there's no evidence, but something about this feels deeply wrong. I can't explain it. I just know it. Please call me back. Every detective has a story about a case that kept them up at night. Not the bloody ones, not the violent ones. The ones that looked normal on paper. The ones where all the boxes were checked. But something felt wrong. September 12th, 2018, a Wednesday, Boise, Idaho. A 34-year-old architect named Sarah Mitchell leaves her office at 5:30 p.m. She texts her husband, Mark, "On my way. Pick up something for dinner?" Mark texts back, "Already did. See you soon." Sarah never arrived. Her car was found 3 days later, parked in her own garage. The doors were locked, her purse was on the passenger seat, her phone was in the center console. The case was investigated, leads were followed, and then it was closed. No evidence of foul play, no suspects, no body. But something about this case feels deeply wrong. Sarah and Mark Mitchell had been married for 9 years. No history of domestic violence, no affairs. They had a 4-year-old daughter, Emma. Sarah was the most grounded person I knew. She was an architect. She designed buildings that had to be safe. That was her whole personality. Careful, precise, reliable. She wouldn't just disappear. On September 12th, Sarah's day was normal. She went to work. She left at 5:30 p.m. Security cameras showed her walking to her car. Her phone pinged for the last time at 5:47 p.m. near her neighborhood, less than 2 minutes from home. Detective Elena Martinez was assigned the case. She interviewed Mark Mitchell twice. He was cooperative. He was emotional. Mark seemed like a grieving husband. He cried. He showed me photos of their daughter. On the surface, he was exactly what you'd expect. On the surface, everything was normal, but something felt wrong. Detective Martinez requested all available data. The first wrong thing was small. Mark said he was home all evening, but the smart lock on the front door showed the door opening at 8:47 p.m., 9:02 p.m., and 9:45 p.m. When Detective Martinez asked Mark about this, he said, "I must have stepped outside. I don't remember." A grieving husband doesn't usually have gaps in his memory about the night his wife disappeared. Mark remembered conveniently little. The second wrong thing was bigger. Sarah's phone had been factory reset, wiped clean. The last backup was from 3 weeks before. Forensic analysis showed the reset was performed at 9:15 p.m. on September 12th from the home Wi-Fi network. Someone in that house wiped Sarah's phone while she was missing. Detective Martinez asked Mark, "Did you reset Sarah's phone?" He said, "No, I wouldn't know how." But Mark was a software engineer. Detective Martinez pulled Mark's search history from his work computer. In the months before Sarah disappeared, Mark had searched how to disappear without a trace. Can police track a factory reset phone? Life insurance payout missing person. How long before spouse declared dead? And dating sites for widowers. Detective Martinez brought Mark in for a third interview. "Mark, I need you to explain your search history. How to disappear without a trace. Life insurance payout missing person. What were you planning?" "Those were for a book. I was writing a book, a thriller." "You're a software engineer, Mark, not a writer. There is no book outline. I checked." "I want a lawyer." That was the second wrong thing. The moment the surface cracked. With a search warrant, Detective Martinez's team went through the Mitchell home. In the backyard, under a newly planted rose bush, they found fresh soil. soil that didn't match the rest of the garden. They dug. 2 feet down, they found a plastic bag. Inside, Sarah's wedding ring, her watch, her necklace, and a pair of Mark's work gloves, stained with soil. Forensic analysis of the gloves revealed traces of Sarah's DNA and a substance consistent with decomposition fluid. Mark Mitchell was arrested on October 15, 2018, charged with first-degree murder. No body, no confession, but a mountain of circumstantial evidence. Sarah Mitchell's body has never been found. Without a body, the prosecution relied on circumstantial evidence. Mark Mitchell went to trial in March 2019. The jury deliberated for 11 hours. Verdict: guilty of second-degree murder. Sentence: 20 years to life. Mr. Mitchell, you disposed of your wife's body. You wiped her phone. You buried her jewelry. You searched for ways to disappear her. You are not a grieving husband. You are a convicted murderer. Mark Mitchell is incarcerated at the Idaho State Correctional Institution. He will be eligible for parole in 2035. Their daughter, Emma, lives with Sarah's sister now. She doesn't visit her father. People ask me how I knew something was wrong. I can't explain it. The evidence wasn't there yet, but my gut was screaming. Something about that case felt deeply wrong from the first day, and it took months to prove what my instincts already knew. Detective Martinez, it's Laura again. I just heard about the verdict. Thank you. Thank you for not closing the case. Thank you for listening when something felt wrong. Something about this case feels deeply wrong. Sometimes that feeling is all you have. Sometimes it's enough. If you are in a dangerous relationship, help is available. The number is on your screen. If something feels wrong, trust yourself. I'm your host. Thank you for watching. And remember, your gut isn't guessing. It's noticing what your brain hasn't processed yet.